Hello everyone, today we will going to discuss about the cell, what is cell, what is its structure, what are the organelles, how it regenerates, how it degenerates. So cell is defined as the structural and functional unit of the body, living body. So each and every living body is made up of cell, whether it is a unicellular or it is a multicellular. So human body is made up of multicellular, forms the tissues, forms the organs, and then lastly they form the different systems. So every cell of human body have its own functions. What are these? These are the needs: nutrition and oxygen, for the metabolism, for the it produces own energy, for the growth, repair, and other activities. Along with the metabolism, so some of the waste products have been eliminated from the cell in the form of carbon dioxide, and metabolic waste maintains the medium and the internal environment for its survival. Show immediate response. It also protects itself from the other toxic substances and the bacteria. Reproduces by divisions. These are the some exceptions, like neuron which do not reproduce. Like the human body is made up of multi cells, group of millions of cells through which the human body is made up of. So here some of the cells have the properties, almost all the 99% of the cells have the properties to regenerate, to reproduce. But in case of nervous system, that the neuron is, they don't have the properties for the regeneration. So what is neuron? So please comment or write it in the comment box ki what is neuron or what are its functions. So here we see this is the cell which contains the different cellular organelles: cytoplasm, nucleus, DNA, and this outer covering that is known as cell membrane. It have the important functions in the for supporting and protecting the cell. Each and every organelles have its own function. So tell me about, please comment what is the function of endoplasmic reticulum. Write it in the comment box. Please reply it. And what are the functions of ribosomes? Like in genetic material, what is the functions of ribosomes? If you know, please write it in the comment box. So cell is a structural and functional unit of the body. So while when the cells combine together, large number of cells, million cells combines together, they form the tissue. Tissue is defined as a group of cells having similar functions. There are many different types of tissues present in our body. Some of the tissues like muscle tissues that forms the skeletal muscles, smooth muscles, and cardiac muscles. Skeletal muscles are the covering of the skeletal system. Smooth muscles which are present in the visceral organs, these are the very smooth and soft muscles. Cardiac muscles forms the structure of the heart, that is also one of the vital organ of your body. Nervous tissues, neurons, and supporting cells are there. So epithelial tissues formed by the squamous, columnar, and cuboidal epithelial cells. Connective tissue in the form of cartilage, bone, and the blood. So all these are the different types of tissues that are made up of different cells and perform their own functions according to their cellular properties. So next is the organ. What is organ? Organ क्या है? Organ क्या है आपका? When the different types of tissues combine together and performs the particular functions in a body, that is known as organ. Our human body is made up of different types of organs. That is your different vital organs are there, like heart, brain, kidney, gallbladder, intestine, stomach, endocrine glands, pancreas, lungs. All these are the organs that are made up of particular tissues which performs the particular functions are there. System. What is system? So we had discussed cell, tissue, then organ, then lastly we come on the system. What is system? When the organ system is defined group of organs, large number of organs of the same particular properties of cellular properties that work together to carry out specific functions of the body. So system can be defined as a group of organs which have the similar properties and they perform the specific functions in the body. So that is known as system. Our body is made up of various different types of system. That is your digestive system, cardiovascular system, respiratory system, reproductive system, endocrine system, musculoskeletal system, nervous system. All these systems have their particular functions which are required or necessary for the survival of the living body. Digestive system is concerned with the digestion of the food particles for the providing the nutrition to the all other parts of the body. Various metabolism take place and energy is produced by the Krebs cycle. Cardiovascular system is responsible for the transport of substances between the organs through your blood. That is your cardiovascular. Through the blood is a connective tissue that carries the various different nutrients, hormones, ions from one place to another place. Respiratory system is concerned with the supply of oxygen and removal of the waste product, that is your CO2. It is the main along with the cardiovascular system, respiratory system is also the main system of the body, because without oxygen the body cannot survive or the cells cannot survive, because it is a major your that oxygen is a major part for the plays important role in the survival of your body in the living tissue. Reproductive system involves the reproduction of the species where the new uh, by through the breeding procedure, through the reproduction, the new species have been given the birth. And next is your endocrine system. It is concerned with the growth of the body and regulation of the maintenance of normal life. Endocrine system contains the different endocrine glands which plays a very important role in the growth of the body. Next is your musculoskeletal system, responsible for the stability in the movements, because musculoskeletal system contains the bones, muscles, tendons, ligaments that forms your body, that forms the framework of your body. Nervous system. Nervous system is what? It is the head of all the system. And under this system, all these systems work because it is a head that contains the brain and spinal cord. Brain is an important organ which controls the other functions or other systems. So these all are the systems through which our body is made up of. So next we will move on the structure of the cell. So in earlier we had discussed the cell is a structural and functional unit of the body. So each cell is formed by a cell body. One body is there, a membrane, covering membrane called the cell membrane or the plasma membrane. Cell body has two parts. One is in the center, that is a nucleus, and the other nucleus is surrounded by a fluid that is known as cytoplasm. The structure of the cell is studied under three headings. जो structure है आपका cell का वो हम लोग में जो major parts है, that is your cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. These are the three major contents of the cell through which provides the properties of the cell. Cell membrane, it is a protective sheath on the outer covering of the cell, or it is also known as plasma membrane. The membrane separates the fluid outside the cell, because जो plasma membrane है, it is a covering, outer covering है जो आपका एक्स्ट्रा सेलुलर फ्लूइड है और इंट्रा सेलुलर फ्लूइड जो सेल के अंदर प्रेजेंट होता है उसको डिफरेंशिएट करेगा. एंड इट ऑल्सो हैव it plays a major role in the, like it has a characteristic like it isn't semi permeable in nature. Semi permeable means कि it will allow only the substances which are necessary for the cell, or it will exchange through the cellular junctions some of these substances to the neighboring cells. So there is an exchange of certain substances between the extracellular fluid and the intracellular fluid. This membrane, it plays a very important role as a protective functions, as the exchange through the junctions, and also provides the stability to the cell. Next, cell membrane, it is made up of composed of different types of substances, proteins, lipids and carbohydrates. So proteins 55%, lipids 40% and the carbohydrates. So what are the different lipids through which this cell membrane is composed of? Please write it on the comment box if you know the answer. Next is your structure of the cell membrane. Cell membrane is also made up of three layered membrane, that one by one करके three membranes होता है, three layers of the cell membrane. One is central electron lucent layer and two electron dense layers. Two electron dense layers are placed one on either side of the central layer. The central layer is a lipid layer formed by lipid substances. So I have asked you what are the different lipids through which the cell membrane is composed of. The other two layers are made up of proteins, and the cell membrane contains some carbohydrate molecules also. So these are the important contents through which the cell membrane is made up of: proteins, lipids and carbohydrates. Next is your functions of the cell membrane. As cell membrane is the outer covering of the cell, so what are the different functions? It performs various functions. First क्या है आपका? That is your protective functions. Protective functions protect the cytoplasm because it is the outer covering and maintains the intracellular environment in the cell and the organelles present in the cytoplasm. It protects the organelles present in the cytoplasm. Next is your what? Selective permeability. This word means selective. Selective means ki cell membrane only permit the selection of the substances which are important for the cellular metabolism, which will not harm this cell organelles and which will not harm the internal environment of the cell, and the substances which are harmful for the cell, it will be not permitted into enters into the cell. So cell membrane act as a semi permeable membrane which allows only the substances to pass through it and act as a barrier for the other substances, like some of the toxin substances, macromolecules, through which the cell membrane doesn't allow them to enter into the cell. Next is your absorptive functions. Nutrients are absorbed into the cell through the cell membrane. Excretory functions, like cell is a structural and functional unit where the different types of process goes in metabolisms. So various different types of waste product are also produced that should be removed from the cell for the maintenance of its homeostasis property or internal environment. So some of the like waste products are removed from the cell membranes. Exchange of gases. Yes, this is the most important function of the cell membrane because every cell or living cell require the oxygen for its metabolism. In the absence of an anaerobic conditions, there will be like abnormality in the metabolism, or they will not produce the energy. They will produce a waste product in the form of lactic acid. So oxygen enters the cell from the blood and carbon dioxide leaves the cell, enters through the cell membrane only. Oxygen enters through the cell membrane and carbon dioxide, that is a waste product, is removed through the cell membrane. Maintenance of the shape and size of the cell. As the cell membrane is made up of lipids, proteins and carbohydrate, it provides stability to the cell and maintain its shape and size of the cell. So all these were the functions of cell membrane. Next we will move on. Cytoplasm. Cytoplasm, it's a fluid that is present inside the cell, jelly-like materials formed by 80% of water. It contains liquid portion called cytosol and various particles of different shape and size. These particles are proteins, carbohydrates, lipids or electrolytes in nature. Cytoplasm also contains many organelles with different structure and their functions. Cytoplasm is made up of two zones because in cellular we will see cytoplasm that is present under the cell membrane and the cytoplasm that is present near the nucleus in the center. Ectoplasm, peripheral part of the cytoplasm, just present below the cell membrane. Endoplasm is the part which is very dense and present in the center near the nucleus. Organelles in the cytoplasm. Different organelles are present in the cytoplasm that we will discuss in next video. Cell death. Next we will directly move on the cell death. So what is cell death? How it occurs? Like cell is a like major part of the body, a smallest part of the living body. So one process is there that is known as cell death. That is produced process. There are two types of process through which the cell death occurs. First one is apoptosis and the second one is necrosis. What is apoptosis? Apoptosis is defined as a natural or programmed cell death under genetic control. So apoptosis is what it is, just a natural process through which when the like आपका सेल का जो टाइम पीरियड होता है, each and every cell have their own time period. So after completing that time, they degenerate by themselves. So they maintains the homeostasis of the body, they maintains the internal environment of the body, and they also maintains, because if cell death नहीं होगा बॉडी में, तो न्यू रीजनरेशन ऑफ द सेल डेथ विल नॉट अकर एंड there will be so many like disturbance will be created in the body, and that is harmful for the body. So for example, your RBC, that is your red blood cells or erythrocytes, they have the lifespan of 120 days. After 120 days they degenerated into the different fragments, so new RBCs are formed. That is a positive fact of the cell death. And some of the WBCs, these are the RBC, WBC, platelets, these are the major components in the blood. So WBC, each and every WBC have their own lifespan. Some WBCs have their like two half day lifespan, some have the 5 days, some have the 10 days. So after completing their जो उनका जो लिविंग पीरियड है कंप्लीट होने के बाद में, दे विल डीजनरेट एंड सो न्यू सेल्स आर formed. So because this type of program or the apoptosis or the cell death is a normal phenomena, it is essential for the development of the body, because if older cell will be diminished or degenerated, then only the new cells will be formed. What is the purpose of apoptosis? The purpose of apoptosis is to remove unwanted cells or the degenerated cells without causing any stress or damage to the neighboring cells, because this process plays a very important role in the cellular homeostasis. About 10 million cells are produced every day in human body by mitosis, and equal number of cells die by apoptosis. This help in cellular homeostasis. So if the older cells will be died, then only the new cells will be regenerated or divisions will be there. Useful for removal of cell that is damaged beyond repair by a virus or toxin, and it is an essential even during the development and in adult stage. Next is your necrosis. What is necrosis? Necrosis is the condition where the cell death occurs, uncontrolled cell death occurs because of any kind of unexpected or accidental damage, because of any pathological conditions in our body. It is also called cell murder because the killed by extracellular or external events. So necrosis take place through the necrosis. The cell death occurs because of deficiency of the blood, because of deficiency of the gases like oxygens in the body, or because of deficiency of the nutrients in the body. That this necrosis is an abnormal condition which occurs only when the body is infected or inflamed, or because of any kind of pathogen that creates the abnormality or that disturb the homeostasis of the body, and which damages the cells and also the neighboring cells of the body. Causes of necrosis. There are many causes of necrosis: injury, infection, inflammations, infarction, and the cancer. These are the major causes where the cell death, abnormal cell death occurs through the process of necrosis. Necrosis can be both physical and chemical, such as heat, radiations, trauma, hypoxia due to lack of blood flow and exposure to toxins. Necrotic process. So here next we will move how the cell death occurs through the process of necrosis. So first, when there is any kind of pathological conditions like through the toxins, through the physical agents, necrotic process occurs. First, the cell swells causing damage to the cell membrane. So cell membrane is the most important part which maintains the shape and size of the cell and also maintains the intracellular environment of the cell. So first, what is that? When the cell is inflamed or infection, the cell swells, increases in the size and the damage of the cell membrane and many holes in the membrane. Intracellular contents leak out into the surrounding environment like cell organelles, cytoplasm, all these leak out from the damaged cell membrane. Intracellular environment is altered and the large amount of calcium ions are released by the damaged mitochondria and other organelles. So what is mitochondria? What is the major function of the mitochondria? Please comment it on comment box or write it on comment box. Please reply it if you know the answer. Presence of calcium ions affects the organization and activities of the proteins in the intracellular components. What calcium ions do? They activate the lysosomal enzymes. They enters, they comes there and they degrade the cellular components and the totally lastly the cells is damaged, disassembled, resulting in the death. Next is your cell adaptation. So we had discussed about the like your cell, tissue, organs, different systems, cellular parts, that is your cellular membrane, that is cytoplasm, and how the cell death occurs through the process of apoptosis and the necrosis. Last one is your cell adaptations. So each and every cell have their internal environment and they fight for their survival in each and every way. So cell adaptation refers to the changes take place in a cell in response to the environmental changes. It changes internal environment according to the external environmental. Normal functioning of the cell is always threatened by various factors such as stress, chemical agents, disease and environmental hazards. Each and every cell is affected by all these factors, that is your stress, chemical agents. Here the cell undergoes various changes. So cellular adaptations, like these are the conditions where the cell changes and cell try to fight for its last survival in each and every condition, and lastly when it does not or unable to fight, that leads to the cell death. One is cell adaptation, that is your atrophy, hypertrophy, hyperplasia, dysplasia and metaplasia. So all these are the terms. What is atrophy? Atrophy is the reduction in the size of the cell. Hypertrophy, that is your increase in the size, number of the cells and the size of the cells. And what is hyperplasia and dysplasia and metaplasia? These terms, if you know the answer, please comment it in the comment box. Next is your cell degeneration. So cell degeneration is a process at which cells damages at cytoplasmic level without affecting the nucleus. So lastly we have this topic cell degenerations, because each and every cell comes in the phase of degeneration when its lifespan is completed without affecting the nucleus, because here only the other parts, cytoplasm, other organelles have been degenerated without affecting the nucleus. Nucleus is not degenerated. Degeneration may result in functional impairment of the deterioration of a tissue or an organ. So it is common metabolically active organ like liver, heart and kidney. Here the cell degeneration occurs and degenerative changes are reversible in most of the cells. As in the starting of the lecture we had discussed that the cell is having the property to regenerate itself, but 99% of the cells have the properties in human body, they can regenerate themselves, except some of the nervous tissues which they don't have the property of cell regeneration. So this was all about the cell. What are the cellular structure, plasma membrane function, cell death, cell regenerations, and about the cellular organelles. The cell contains different types of cellular organelles. This we will discuss in the next video. So thank you so much.